People talk about the crackle of expectation. In Washington this morning, in this room, as James Comey walked in, it was palpably there.
You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Please be seated.
It's being called a political Super Bowl, and the former FBI director's opening statement didn't disappoint as he reflected on the manner of his being fired.
The shifting explanations confused me and increasingly concerned me. They confused me because the president and I had had multiple conversations about my job, both before and after he took office. And he had repeatedly told me I was doing a great job and he hoped I would stay.
And he spoke of the president's portrayal of him and the organization he'd led.
The administration then chose to defame me and, more importantly, the FBI by saying that the organization was in disarray, that it was poorly led, that the workforce had lost confidence in its leader. Those were lies, plain and simple.
But first, the committee chair wanted to go over alleged Russian involvement. If this were a game show, this was the quick-fire round.
Do you have any doubt that Russia attempted to interfere in the 2016 elections?
None.
Do you have any doubt that the Russian government was behind the intrusions in the DNC and the DCCC systems and the subsequent leaks of that information?
No, no doubt.
Do you have any doubt that the Russian government was behind the cyber intrusion into state voter files?
No.
General Mike Flynn.
Michael Flynn, the National Security Advisor, fired for lying about his contacts with Russia, the president wanted to protect, and according to Comey, asked him to drop the FBI inquiry into him. Was that obstruction of justice?
I don't think it's for me to say whether the conversation I had with the president was an effort to obstruct. I took it as a very disturbing thing, very concerning, but that's a conclusion I'm sure the special counsel will work towards to try and understand what the intention was there and whether that's an offense.
But why, one senator wanted to know, if what the president had asked about Michael Flynn was so wrong, hadn't the FBI director cried foul immediately?
I was so stunned by the conversation that I just took it in. And the only thing I could think to say, because I was playing in my mind, because I was remember every word he said, I was playing in my mind, what should my response be? And that's why I very carefully chose the words.
Comey was at his most damning when he explained to the committee why he needed to keep records of his conversations with the president.
I was honestly concerned that he might lie about the nature of our meeting, and so I thought it really important to document. That combination of things I'd never experienced before, but it led me to believe I got to write it down, and I got to write it down in a very detailed way.
Days after his sacking, President Trump fired out a warning shot on Twitter that Comey had better hope there aren't tapes of their conversations. Today, it brought this riposte from the former FBI director.
I've seen the tweet about tapes. Lordy, I hope there are tapes.
In Washington this morning, bars opened up early to show the hearing. Everyone will have their own views on what's happened, but the key judgment over whether there was legal wrongdoing will now rest with the independent special counsel who's taken over this investigation. Today marks the end of Act 1. Act 2 now moves to that inquiry.